evening now. I am in mine and Keith's new apartment. You want to be on the... You want to be the center of attention?
No, of course not.
Selfish. Is that I'm totally having like a fangirl moment because the two artists that I talked to when I first wanted to do a Comic-Con both bought art for me today, and that was very surreal to me, and that was a very, very cool feeling. I think I'm gonna like living here. I am launching an online store. I'm working on it, so yes. Oh my god. I just got an email from my top school saying that I got in. Oh my god. Oh my god! I got my ancestry DNA results in. Okay, 33% Europe West, that makes sense. French, German, Switzerland, yep. Heard all of that before. Oh, this is cool. Early settlers of New Mexico. Very cool. 18% Native American. Really cool. I am moving to California in a month. It's moving day.
We made it.
We made it. Is it comfy? No. It's starting to feel like home. What are we making?
We are making Frito pie.
Ooh.
I wish you guys could smell it.
I know, the smell is what's so amazing.
Look what I did to myself.
Yeah.
Or I should say Amanda did because she beats me.
I did it. Any advice for not falling off rocks?
Yeah, squeeze harder.
Okay.
When you're thinking about falling and coming down, just don't and go up instead.
So we met her yesterday. I met her first time in person yesterday. We picked her up from the airport. It's the one. The only.
I'm an announcer, that's so cool.
So the last few things we gotta check off the list.
That's it. So, see you later.
Bye YouTube.
Bye YouTube. Why I decided to give up sugar. For several reasons. Number one, because I need to write a paper about it and turn it in for a grade. Number two, because I want to look better, eat better, feel better. And number three, it's because I feel like this is important for me long term. First semester of grad school over. I just finished my last final. I just finished my hardest final. Hey guys, what's up? It's Amanda and welcome back to my channel. So I made a video last year titled 2016 Recap and 2017 Resolutions. Basically, I talked about all the things that I accomplished in 2016 and all the things that I wanted to accomplish in 2017. And I wrote them down for that video. I made a list and then I made a complimentary list for this year. So this video is going to be my 2017 recap and my 2018 resolutions. I'm just going to revisit my 2017 goals from the end of last year and then see kind of which ones I accomplished. The first one I put was upgrade video quality and channel art, which I did because I got a new camera and I revamped my channel art to be all of this sort of yellow, bright, sunflowery theme, which I love. The second goal was to vlog more, which I definitely did. For the majority of this year, I've been posting one vlog a week. More tutorials and more live streams. Don't remember exactly how many tutorials I did in 2017. There was definitely more that I wanted to do that I never got around to. And I was live streaming very consistently for the first half of the year, which I was really happy about. And once I moved, I kind of got off track with that. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. The next goal was to create more series art and more original character art. I definitely created a lot of series art with like my Sailor Moon series and my Steven Universe series, but I did a lot of fan art this year and not a lot of original art. More collabs. I didn't do very many collabs this year, and I'm pretty disappointed about that. I participated in Art Extravaganza. I'm still in the Dudley Cupcake Collective, but I only managed to get done like 1 or 2 collabs with other artists outside of those, so I am pretty bummed about that. The next goal is get into a good school, which I did. I got into my top school, so yeah. The next goal is to open an online store, which I did. I launched my store Envy back in March, and I opened up my Redbubble shop shortly thereafter. The next goal was to sketch more and do more studies. I definitely did that. I got really into sketchbooks this year. I found my favorite kind of sketchbook, and really I think I did start doing more studies. I still want to continue to do more, but I was definitely doing more than I was before. And then the next one is work out more and eat healthy. And I especially noted in the video that I uploaded last year that I wanted to give up sweets, and I'll touch on that in a minute. Okay, so the awesome things that happened for me this year and sort of everything that came to mind when I was jotting it down. Back in January, I did my second comic convention, which was awesome. It was bigger than my first convention, and I actually dressed up, and I dressed up as Catwoman. It was tons of fun, and that was a really good experience. And it was the first convention that Keith got to table with me, which was awesome. The second thing that happened in February was that I moved in with Keith. We had been dating for 5 years at the time and had been long distance for that entire 5 years. So now we've been together for almost 6 years, and we've been living together for the past year, and it's been awesome. So yeah, it was cool to finally move in with him. The next thing that happened was that I got accepted into my top school and top master's program, which was amazing. And I was able to capture that moment on a vlog, which was so special, and I will remember that forever. The next thing is that I opened my online store and I launched it myself. I was super proud of that. And there was a point where I was even live streaming up to 3 times a week, which was so crazy to me. I don't know if I had the time or the energy, but it was a lot of fun, and I was really consistent about live streaming earlier in the year. The other thing is that I started playing tennis again, and I took a tennis class with my mom, and I had not played tennis since I was a kid. So that was really fun, and it got me to kind of exercise a little bit more and appreciate, you know, regular athletic activity, which was great. Then I actually got up to making 3 videos a week on my channel and posting Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, which was a really huge accomplishment for me, and I think it really contributed to my growth. Also, over the summer of 2017, I participated in the 2nd year of Art Extravaganza and got to collaborate with all of the same amazing artists that I did in the 1st year, including the addition of Evie, which was amazing, and it was a really fun experience, as it always is, and I can't wait to work more with them. Then I turned 23, my birthday was in July, and I also had my huge moving giveaway, which was a huge success and contributed a lot of growth to my channel. And comment down below if you subscribed during the giveaway and you're still here. Then I moved to San Diego. Keith and I kind of up and moved from New Mexico and moved out here to California so that I could start my dream grad school program. Then in August, I actually got to meet Alexi Brewer, who was my first YouTube friend I met in real life, and we tabled at Crunchyroll Expo together, and Crunchyroll Expo was the biggest convention that I've done thus far. It was an amazing learning experience, and it was super fun to meet Alexi in person and sort of establish that connection and make the bridge between YouTube and my real life, which is so cool. Then I started my grad school program in September, and as you are watching this, I'm currently about to go through my finals week. And I don't know why I'm filming this video instead of studying, but wish me luck. Although I guess by the time you're watching this, that will all be over. And hopefully I'll still be here. Then I gave up sugar for a month, which was a really big deal for me because it was something that I otherwise thought was impossible. And I did it, and I feel a lot more confident about my ability to cut back and eat healthy going forward. I also really, I think, improved in my art a lot this year. I noticed taking a lot of risks and trying new things, and I recently, sort of towards the end of the year, got into watercolor, which was such an amazing learning experience, and I never thought I would love watercolor as much as I do. So it's been really cool to kind of see my growth throughout the year and see my comfort level with certain mediums change. Then I just quickly want to talk about the numbers, because even though they're not important, it's still pretty cool. I grew from 1,000 subscribers to 2,500 subscribers, at least by the time I'm filming this. That is my rough prediction of where I'll be at by the time this video goes up. I have like 2,450 right now, and the way that it's been going, I think I will definitely reach 2,500 by the end of the year, which is just really cool. I don't know, it's gonna be embarrassing if my prediction's like way off. What if I have like 2,300 or 2,600? I don't know. But thank you guys to all of you who have joined my little internet family this year. I love you so much, and I'm so happy to have you. And now let's get into the 2018 goals. I wrote down a couple. Obviously they could change, and these goals are meant to be flexible. They're meant to be tentative, and they're things that right now I really want, and I feel like I have the motivation to work towards. I didn't put anything that I thought was going to be too much of a stretch, because if you put a goal and then you don't meet it, it's sort of self-defeating. So these are already things that I've been thinking about and kind of working towards, and I would advise your goals to kind of be along the same lines. That way they're achievable, you know? Like, you want your goals to be realistic. The first thing that I put down was to work on more original art. Again, this kind of carried over from last year. I really want to focus on original characters, original story development, and focus on, you know, kind of my own projects this year, and kind of make this a year of me and what I want to do, and not just doing what's popular or what's familiar to people. Next, I want to work on larger artwork. I really found comfort this year in working at a very small scale, and while it is easy, I feel like it's sort of self-defeating in a way, because I'm restricting to myself to a very small canvas, and they feel rushed a lot of the time, and a lot of the series artwork that I did from this year just isn't up to par with what I want it to be. So going forward, I want to do bigger artwork, more characters, more backgrounds, more context, more perspective, lots of that, so that way it's more visually interesting for you guys, and it's also more of a challenge to myself. Next, I want to create more tutorials. I have a lot of tutorials in mind, you guys. I want to do the real-time sketching tutorial, real-time inking tutorial, real-time coloring tutorial, the skin coloring tutorial, the watercolor tutorial. I have lots of ideas. I am just sort of waiting for the time to be right to post them, obviously, and for me to have the time. I will have the entire month of January off from school though, so I am hopefully going to utilize that time to do a lot of these tutorials and sort of get ahead on videos for once, because I have not been ahead on my videos in about a year. Next, I want to sort of revamp my channel art again. This isn't a high priority thing, but I do feel like the yellow, even though yellow is my favorite color, can be a little bit harsh to the eye, and I feel like maybe I will use the yellow more as an accent color, but maybe use blue as sort of the basic color and like the overall kind of color for my color scheme. I haven't officially decided anything yet though, so stay tuned. I'm not sure yet. The next thing that I do want to do, and I'm really bugged that I did not get around to doing this year, but I do want to open collaboration slots. So that way artists that I've already kind of been in contact with know that they have a place and they have my attention, and that I, you know, remember that we talked about this collab months ago, and just so they know that like I do want to do that and I do want to follow through on that, on my word. And obviously I can't open infinite slots, I can't collaborate with everybody, but it's not just like artists that are at or above my channel numbers or anything like that. Like, there are so many artists that I want to work with and that I know have talked to me and they want to work with me too. So I do want to open up slots sometime this year, but I will totally release a video about that when that time comes, so that way you know when that'll be, and you can act accordingly. The next thing that I have on here is to improve my coping mechanisms in relationships. This list is a little all over the place. But basically, since starting grad school, I realized how terribly I manage my own anxiety, and it's really kind of been eating away at me, especially the last couple months, and then now, of course, with finals. But I'm really kind of doing a terrible job at taking care of myself and managing these symptoms, and if I don't want them to get worse, I have to do something about that now. And as a future therapist, I'm very aware of the fact that like there are consequences for not taking care of yourself, and as an artist, I want to keep doing what I do, and I can't do that if I don't take care of myself. So I will have a video about that coming up too. I want to do a video titled like art block, and like what causes art block from like an internal psychological standpoint, and I think that that'll be really helpful to a lot of you guys. So that is one thing that is coming soon. But yeah, in general, I want to do better about prioritizing relationships and interpersonal connections in my life and managing my stress, because that's important. The next thing that kind of ties into that is time managing and studying better. Not studying more, but studying more effectively. So this is something that I've really realized in the last year. Maybe it's because I was out of school for a year, or maybe it's just because what worked in undergrad doesn't work in graduate school. But for the most part, I feel like I have spent the last semester just trying to stay above water and not actually learning to swim, if that makes sense. It's kind of a weird metaphor, I know, but basically I just realized that like I'm making it harder on myself by maintaining these study habits that don't work. So I want to get better about that. The next thing is to learn to cook healthier meals. Again, some of these are kind of art related, some of them are kind of not. I don't think you guys really mind. But I do want to learn how to cook more healthy meals. That way I am eating a more balanced diet, so even when I can't get out there and exercise, I'm, you know, taking care of myself at a very basic level of just eating a vegetable 3 times a day, you know, that kind of thing, and just cooking more at home, because I really do enjoy cooking, but I also really get bored of cooking the same thing all the time. So learning to cook some new things and learning to cook some healthier things, I think would be a really good skill for me to have. And also learning to cook things that are healthy and fast. So if you have any recipes, let me know. Comment them down below. I'd love some recipes. The next thing is to exercise more, and this is relative, even if it's just walking on the beach once a week, which is the best form of exercise that I have at my disposal, and I don't know why I don't do that already, but I would love to do that. So even if it's just 1 to 2 times a week, that is 1 to 2 times more than what I'm doing right now. So I want to just kind of establish a routine of like, even if it's easy, even if it's 20 minutes, 10 minutes, or if it's an hour or 2 hours, like if I'm exercising, like that's the point. So I don't want to do anything crazy. I don't want to like try and lose 50 pounds in a year or anything like that, but I just want to try and take care of myself a little bit better. The next thing is to make more advanced videos, and I kind of want to explain this a little bit, but basically right now my videos are kind of very short form. Like I have an idea and I know exactly what I need to do to execute that idea, and it's mostly just like I do one thing. Like I review one product, or I draw one illustration, or you know what I mean? So they're very simple. It's very like point A to point B, and I want to kind of challenge myself by, you know, using, I don't know, just a more advanced storytelling approach to my videos, and trying to make it so that the videos offer more than just what you see on the screen, and they have more value, they're more relatable. All of those things I think would vastly improve the quality of the content on my channel, and also maybe more fun to create. So I want to do kind of a lot more advice videos, and talking about how artists can take care of themselves and how artists can find inspiration and that kind of thing. So it is still going to be very tutorial based and very art focused, but I also just want to explore the video making process a little bit more and think of how I can portray these concepts to you guys in a new and interesting way. Hopefully that makes sense. I don't know. And then the last thing on the list is to reconnect with my community, and this entails a couple of different things. Mostly I do want to start live streaming again. I miss it. I miss you guys. I miss just chatting with you guys about random things. I think you guys miss it too. There was a lot of regular attendees in my live streams that I think about a lot, and I miss them. So I do want to get back into live streams. And then just a couple of notes for 2018 that I wanted to tell you guys. I will be cutting down to 1 video a week. I will only be posting on Fridays, and that is because of school. School has been a huge, obviously, commitment for me in the last year, and is going to continue to be a huge commitment for me. And quite frankly, I just don't have the time to put out 3 videos a week without sacrificing taking care of myself and you know, the people in my life that need it most. So I'm cutting back to 1 video a week, and I'm moving all of my live streams over to Twitch. And I've kind of been hinting at this for a long time, but I just don't really like the way that the YouTube streams run. They drop my streams a lot. The servers aren't very consistent, and they're obviously not a very customizable platform for live streams. And I would like to build up my Twitch following anyway, just as sort of a not putting my eggs all in one basket type of thing. And I want to make sure that while I am still maintaining my connections to YouTube, that I'm also building up other platforms as well. So all of the live streams are going to be over on Twitch going forward in 2018. I will not be doing any live streams on YouTube. So I know some of you are going to be kind of upset about that because you don't like Twitch or you don't have a Twitch account, but for the sake of my channel, that is what I need to do, and that is the best decision. So all of the live streams are going to be on Twitch, and I know a couple of you are going to be pretty excited about that, so I'm coming for you, Twitch. Then lastly, I wanted to shout out a playlist that I made of all of my favorite videos from 2017. These are videos from some of my favorite creators, and also just videos that I found really helpful. They cover kind of a wide range of topics. Most of them are art related, but basically they helped me a lot in a time when I feel like I needed it. I feel like they taught me something I didn't know, and I feel like you guys will find a lot of value in them too. So I have that playlist linked down below. Please go show support to the artists that made the videos in that in the playlist. It's very all over the place, and I've just sort of been building up these videos over months. Literally, I had this thought early in the year where I wanted to do this, and so yeah, it's just sort of a mumbo jumbo of videos that I really, really love, and I think you guys will love too. So that is it, and I guess we'll pick this up this time next year. All right, see you guys then. Happy New Year. Thank you for all your love and support, and I'll see you guys soon.